Let's turn on the microphone. Hello. Let me get back to my main screen here and make sure this is working. Looks like it is. There. That looks better. Hey, Slowboat, what's going on? Never mind while I get the screens set up so I can see chat and everything. So it is about low 90s here today, and I'm in my garage, so that's the reason for the sleeveless. So it's kind of warm. Is my mic working here? Let's see if I'm... Yep, shows the mic's working. Figured I'd start the stream just a bit early. I scheduled it for 6 today for 2 reasons. Thank you, LZ. That's the Tree of Life, and this is the Green Man. I scheduled the stream today, Thursday, for 6 for 2 reasons. 6 o'clock, an hour earlier than I normally do, just to... That's the camera. Just to give folks on the East Coast a little bit better chance to actually catch some of it, since 6 o'clock is 9 o'clock for them, right? And then on Thursday, because originally tomorrow I was going to be leaving town to finish up some more of the Washington BDR. And but during my... So I scheduled the stream because I haven't done a stream now for 2 months. And I scheduled the stream because I was going to be out of town, right? And during pre-trip checks of this thing, of Lana, I noticed on the rear tire, which still had a couple thousand miles to go on it, on the sides of the main lugs up the center, it was cracking pretty hardcore, which can happen on, especially with the Shinko 805, it's a known issue if you spend... hours on end doing freeway speeds on very hot pavement in hot weather, which is exactly what I did on my return trip when I had to leave the WABDR trip early last week, and I'll get into that in a minute. So I'm not gonna go out solo this weekend with a seriously iffy tire. So my tires are in order. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. They're coming from RMA TV via OnTrack, and OnTrack doesn't have the greatest track record getting stuff on time, so we'll see. Hey, what's going on, Travis Guy, Ranger Man? So anyway, if my tires get here tomorrow like they're supposed to, I will put them on and see about leaving tomorrow evening still. Failing that, then I'll just leave early Saturday morning. If my tires don't get here, then I am completely switching plans and just loading the 450. This guy, loading the 450 in the truck, and I'm going to go do some trail riding and camping up in Tillamook someplace this weekend. So I definitely want my tires to get here for the Twin, because I really would like to finish some more of the Washington BDR. So now on to the Washington BDR. We ran that last week. We ran it north to south, so when we were done, we could be 8 hours closer to home when we were tired and dirty and smelly, instead of 8 hours farther away when we hit the Canadian border. So got sections 6, 5, and 4 completely done. Got part way into section 3 just south of Kashmir, and I got a text saying that my help was needed at home, so I ended up having to leave the group early. I have ridden section 1 before, and I have ridden parts, about half of section 2 before, so it was still a pretty big bummer, because this is a trip that, if you've followed me for a while on the old channel at all, and even this one. This is a trip that has been a little bit cursed for us. We've been planning this for 2 years. We tried to do it last year too, and then the wildfire season basically shut down like 2/3 of the route, and we didn't want to reroute everything. So we ended up doing that trip in Southern Oregon in August instead. So yeah, it's the WABDR is a bit cursed for me, it turns out. But I am going back. I won't have it completed end to end, but at least it will be completed. I'm making a very concerted effort to get all the sections done this year. If I end up riding it solo, as is my plan this weekend, if I do get out, Bethel Ridge is very rutted out, and Babyhead Hill, both of those I probably will take the bypass around. Not because I'm pussing out or anything, just because it's not real smart to ride very tough stuff like that when you're solo, when you're way, way out there. I want to get the route completed. I don't want to go out there and break myself or my bike. And well, I'll let you watch. I'll let you watch videos. I'm not going to spoil anything else besides that. Yeah, dork in the road. Actually, 5 out of the 6 of us did the route without any drops. That was great. Yeah, dork. You should do Bethel. Not that bad. North to south, or the way I will be doing it. And I know the views are worth it. Mike, welcome. Swabby Guns. Hey, you're Swabby. You're not late. I actually started about 10 minutes early. A Cambodian jungle called a lawn that needed mowed. Yeah, I weed whacked my weeds here in the last couple of days, and now it is time to mow again already. All the ruts. Dork, what were the ruts on top like? Were they as bad as that one dude said, the Overlander, or was it navigable on a bike? Oh, nice. Ride arounds for everything. And dry. That's okay. So maybe I won't route around Bethel, but I definitely will. If I don't get to it this weekend, then it will be another weekend coming up soon, because I'm very much planning on getting it 100% done this year. Because the Oregon BDR coming out next year, I will not have the vacation time to ride Washington at all next year. So I need to get it done this year. So I probably will just take the bypass around Babyhead Hill then. Fire LZ, a fire near Chelan. I looked up yesterday on Gaia with the fire overlay, and the only one that I saw was way east. Is that recent? Ranger Man says you just keep getting Shinkos on there. So the combo that I've been running for 2 or 3 sets now that I've been very happy with is a TKC 80 on the front and a Shinko 805 on the rear, and I've been extremely happy for a couple of reasons. One, it's a very good budget-minded set. I mean, I don't have an unlimited budget, right? I don't have sponsors for my tires. I got to buy my own stuff. Two, I have basically no problem with traction or anything. And if I want to kick the rear end out and slide it a little bit, it lets me do that, no problem. 80% contained as of yesterday, LZ says, on the fire near Chelan. Well, let's hope that they get that out. Where around Chelan was that, LZ? I didn't see anything about that fire. But this time, I am in the interest of branching out and trying some other tires so I can put together some content for you guys. Because so far I've run the OEM tires, which are still sitting over here. I took them off at only like 1,000 miles on the bike. So I could still use them, but they're road tires. They're like 90-10s or something like that. And then I've run Shinko 705s, a full set. I loved those. And then I've run the full 805 combo and set, and then the TKC 80 805 combo. So I already have a fairly good review video that I could do, but this time I am doing Motaz or Moto Z, however you pronounce it. I'm doing the Tractionator Adventure on the rear, and I'm doing that new the one they recently came out with called the Dual Venture on the front, and that's the one. It's a knobby for the front, but as it wears down, you can reverse it to get like double the life off of it. So I'm going to try that. That's going to be the set I'm doing now. So we'll see. 80% contains, just like my gut most days. Oh, Dork, how did the non-keto on the trip treat you? Are you back under control, or are you just blown out of the water? So yeah, I'm literally I ordered them. I discovered the problem with the tires just the other day, and I ordered a new set of tires right off the bat. But I'm literally waiting for on track right now. Yeah, please hit if you're in the stream right now, please hit the like button. It helps discoverability for the video and the channel. And we're getting really close to 1,000 subs, actually. I just noticed a little bit ago I was at 970, so that's pretty cool. I started this channel on April 9th of this year, and I'm already back to almost 1,000 subs, whereas I had almost 1,600 on BB&C. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Dork, smart, smart. Oh, yes, that's right. You told me that. Sorry. Probably very wise. Just enjoy yourself on vacation, man. Have fun with that too. That's a cool vacation. Did you guys hear about freaking Big Rock Moto? He's worked out a deal with Ducati USA. He's gonna get a demo for a Desert X. That's pretty badass. I'm pretty jealous about that. That's I definitely want to ride that bike when I get a chance. If I'm at an event next year that they have a demo fleet of Desert X, oh, you can bet I'm going to be on that bike. Silver bullets in correct size cans tonight. What is the correct size can for a silver bullet? Tall boys? Or are you doing the 12 ounces? Yeah, those Desert X's, man. I haven't seen a running version of one in person yet. I've only ever seen videos of them, and they look mighty capable. But the Dork, what would you call that? The are they like mock-ups? The 3D printed life-size bikes, like a mock-up. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. But the stuff like at Motocorsa that we went to, they had a Desert X there, and TourTech Rally this year they had a Desert X there, but they were mostly 3D printed. You could sit on them and stuff, but it was not a working version of the bike. Prototype, yeah, a non-running prototype though. There's another word I'm looking for. It's something along the lines of a mock-up. I need my thesaurus. If only there was a person in the chat right now that had a bachelor's degree English major, he could help us out. Ranger Man, interested in the Motaz, but I figured I would be honest with the 50-50. 50-50? Golly. Hence I'm not drinking tonight, I swear. Fake Desert X, says Soilsman. How you doing, Soilsman? Ripping around everywhere. Just bought your Beta 500 Motocorsa. Congratulations. You're off duty. Well, that's dumb. Yeah. If I can think of the word that is on the tip of my tongue, I will post it in the community tab later, because I very likely will not think of it during the stream. That's whatever. I still have not got this stupid bot to play well with my channel. So if I do a giveaway tonight, or like a sticker pack giveaway or something like that, I likely will have you guys just post up a bunch of stuff in the chat something, and I'll close my eyes and pick the first one that I see or something like that. Hey, Mob City Moto, what's going on? Scott Boyles. Scott, him and his buddy drove 12 hours yesterday to pick up a Husky 701 long range. Nice. Yeah, Dork, you're right. It'll be exclamation point beard if I do. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do a couple of sticker pack giveaways. What the heck, and we'll do that. No, you know what, Dork? It will not be exclamation point beard. It's going to be exclamation point sock. You know what's up. Tim's not in here, otherwise he would be laughing right now. You guys don't know about the sock. That's kind of our group of friends that's been doing a lot of riding together this year. Is we're our brains aren't very mature. Ripping around everywhere. Need to organize this a Tillamook Trass ride. Yeah, that'd be fun. I grew up riding the Tillamook. That's not my crusty sock. That damn purple and black one. No, and I'm not giving it away either. Just once. Yeah, I grew up riding Tillamook. That's where actually the very first time I was ever on a motorcycle in, I think it was 1983, was at the Trask up next to the fish hatchery. That's the very first place I ever rode a motorcycle. And I did most of my motorcycle riding as I was growing up in the Tillamook Burn and the Trask and Jordan Creek, Diamond Mill, China Hat, Fort Rock, Milliken Valley, all that stuff, way back in the day. Soilsman, Henry responded to you today. His channel is awesome. His channel is pretty awesome. I should have brought him out here, actually. Sorry about that. Maybe I'll go get him here after a bit. You were 4 in 1983. You could have been riding a bike. You could have done it. You're welcome. I'm glad I can make you feel young. So yeah, the Washington BDR foiled me again this year. For my part of it, though, had a heck of a lot of fun. If you have not done it and you're an adventure rider, or even if you're a well set up dual sport rider, I recommend it for sure. It is, you are going to see stuff you will never see anywhere else. Skull and Crossbones Pass with the, there's an old like turn of the, what, I haven't looked it up yet, Dork. When was that built? Is that, it's 1800s, or is it closer to the turn of the century type thing? But still, there's an old corral and a now destroyed cabin, but it's still there. That stuff's pretty cool. And I'm sure you've seen the Instagram post, so this will be of no surprise to most of you. Measuring Grains, welcome. 4 for half of 1983. All right, I'm old, whatever. Anyway, while we're up Skull and Crossbones Pass, we frickin' middle of nowhere, right? We're sitting there taking our breather, and here comes Lori, the co-founder, creator, and owner of Outback Motor Tech, riding the Washington BDR northbound, and that was his second trip solo. He rode it south to go down to the Overland Expo in Redmond, and then he rode the Washington BDR to get back home because he lives up in Canada. That guy's a beast, man. Super cool too. Really down to earth. Really nice guy. Very neat guy. I'm glad that I run his stuff and can support a company like that, because Outback Motor Tech makes awesome stuff. Not affiliated, not sponsored. He's just a cool dude that really stands behind his product, and his product is good stuff, man. Right there. I didn't have a chance to actually make use of his bars or anything, but thankfully. Yeah, Jen Smith. Not old, just experienced. You're right. You're going to do it, Critter, in 2023? Are you going to ride that route south to come down to Giant Loop next year? Plan, if you were really getting after it carefully, You could probably do that in 4 days fairly easy and still have time to stop and see sights and everything, I think. Yeah, Mob City, yes. I am getting close to 1,000 the second time around. The first 1,000 is the hardest, for sure. The first 100 is usually just ridiculously difficult when you're first starting out. 1,000 is usually quite a feat. You're meeting Critter at the border. Oh, that would be cool. Meet him at the border and then ride the thing south. That'd be awesome. Um, Critter might still be snowed in that early in June. Uh, the higher elevations, quite possible. It 100% depends on what type of a winter we had. We had kind of a out of the ordinary winter this year because we got all that snow in April. That's pretty late. And stuff took forever to melt off. So a lot of the route would still be rideable. You would just have to take bypasses around the higher elevations is all. You'd still be able to ride it though. 500 ADV Oregon. Whoa! ADV Oregon made it in here. He never comes to my live streams. What is going on? It's pretty warm today, so I know that hell hasn't frozen over. So what drug you in here? 1st of June. 1st of June. That's gonna be um 1st of June next year. That is Giant Loop weekend. So Swabby, you know me too well. That's Giant Loop weekend because they're doing a 4 day weekend this time instead of a three. So if you're waiting to ride the WABDR and planning on going to Giant Loop, you're gonna be a little bit late. Dewey, I can rarely get up most passes until mid-June, even on light snow years. Really interesting. Yeah, 6, 5, and 4. Those are fun sections. Those are they're fun. They're not easy or simple. There are plenty of technical sections, but I would feel comfortable riding those solo, no problem. They're more difficult than section one. Section one is the easiest section on the entire route. It's just long. It's like 119 miles from the Bridge of the Gods to Packwood, and it's 119 miles of this. But it's easy. 6, 5, and 4. All three of those and three are more difficult than one. Section two is the most difficult on the entire route, I think. Dork, you're going to be an escort? Congratulations. Are you just supplementing income or Close Encounter Pacific Northwest Adventures? Went for a night ride last night. Close Encounter of the Bear kind on a back road. It was kicking up rocks in my face as it ran away. Whoa. Where was that? We had a couple of bear sightings while we were on our trip, actually. Yeah, that would be cool to ride it south to north with Critter after the event. That'd be cool. I honestly don't know what type of vacation time, if any at all, I will have next year because I will be back to work here very shortly. I need to call and finalize the scheduling of that. So I don't know what kind of vacation time I'm going to have next year. So I'm going to have to be pretty stingy with my longer trips and what I can do. I might even have to miss a couple of events next year. But that's real life, right? Oh, Eastern California. Gotcha. That's where the bear encounter was at. Our bear encounter. Where's Skull and Crossbones? That's section 5, isn't it? Or is that section 6? I honestly can't remember. I have to look back through the footage. That was cool and captured it on film. Finally, after years of seeing bears and not being able to get the camera on in time, or it was off, or I was out of card space, finally caught a bear on camera. Section 6, got it. Everything kind of blended together after a while. So, and I have, with the bear encounter footage, I have a funny idea of how to incorporate it as well. So you're gonna have to stay tuned for my version of the Washington BDR series. This Sunday coming out, I have my demo ride of the Ducati Multistrada. The 2 Sundays following are the Ducati Desert Sled, the Scrambler, and the Triumph Tiger 1200. And then I will start releasing Washington BDR footage after that. So, gonna have to wait. Yeah, that's right. The one we got on camera was section 5. Did I tell you I did, when I was looking back through footage, I did catch the tail, literally the tail end of the bear up Skull and Crossbones. You barely, if you're not really looking for it, you're gonna miss it. I'll like zoom in and point it out or something. But Paul Beardsley, my Montana trip is canceled. I am not going to Rocky Mountain Roll this year. I have canceled it due to the family needing me at home. I cannot commit to being that far away from home because it would take me too long to get home in case something happened. I can't do it. I did speak with Amanda, and she is saving my ticket for me for next year though. So hopefully I can make it next year. Cinnamon bears, Pacific Northwest. Huh, interesting. Yeah, that's something that I had actually forgotten to talk about in the community tab or anything about not going to Rocky Mountain Roll this year. So that's I kind of wanted to get a multi-state trip in this year, aside from just Oregon and Washington, but it's just it's not in the cards right now for me to be that far away from home for any amount of time. So what's everybody else up to? It's where's everybody from? It's hot as balls up here right now. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it too. Hey Eric, sweet. I was definitely looking forward to Rocky Mountain Roll. I was pretty bummed, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Scott Scott Broyles, 106. It's supposed to be 106 there though in Arizona. Yeah, Swabby Gun says, I'd love to see me on HD Pan America. Um, that is a bike that I have been avoiding demo riding only because I have never in my life been a Harley person. For whatever reason, I've just never even wanted to own one or ride one or whatever. The Pan America is a very promising adventure bike. I should demo ride one at some point, but at this point now, I feel like that ship has sailed as far as pure content goes, and now I don't have any other events this year that I have planned that I'm going to that it will be at. I'm going to no other events. The rest of this year is going to be just like moto camping, day trips, stuff like that. So yeah, dork, no lie. Going to Mexico to escape the heat in the Pacific Northwest. Plus, will you be, yeah, you'll be close to the ocean. You're going to have that nice bathwater ocean too. That'll feel amazing. Las Vegas 110. Hey, Gary Gardner, Las Vegas. How's Lake Mead doing? I've been watching videos on that. That's getting pretty scary. And I saw there was an explosion at the Hoover Dam just the yesterday, day before, something like that. There's some nutso stuff going on over there. Holding the line against Portland proper with Clackamas. Nice. Whidbey Island, Washington State. Eric Sweet, you're doing the Northeast BDR in September. Nice. Good luck. The Sorry, I was just looking at my phone. New subscriber. Thank you to Crash 1674. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, Dork, no kidding. It's Lake Mead. That's getting scary over there, man. That's where they get that's their water source. So it has dropped a lot. It's the channel that I've been watching, and they, in case you guys don't know, I will go ahead and shout this out. It's a pretty good channel. Usually they do like fishing content, outdoors content, and stuff. Blah blah blah. They are. Bear with me. Dang it. It's a good live stream, right? Lake Mead. Sin City Outdoors is the YouTube channel that I've been watching for updates. They've been going out every couple of days and showing water levels and showing the different boats that are now popping up, boats that had sunk. And now there's even an old World War II era landing craft that has popped up out of the water. The water's gotten so low. And you can even get down close to an old, I think they said it was a B-25 that's been sunk in the lake. It's crazy. Yeah, Northeast BDR is supposed to be easy to ride. I think it's a lot of pavement, but even the dirt and gravel is pretty well maintained, I guess. Yeah, ADV Oregon, the Higgins boat. That's exactly right. Yeah. So what? Yeah. Yep. You guys were right. Sin City. What's everybody's big trips they have planned for the rest of the year? I mean, it's getting into the hot part of the year here in the PNW. So if you want to do some big trips that involve some serious travel, you got to get them in before the wildfire season starts. Ken Taylor, Laredo, Texas. That would be very hot. What temperatures did you guys hit today? Dewey, you're doing a NorCal route. Nice. Not the NorCal route because that's not released yet. My next big trip is next year. Haven't really planned a month yet. Yes, yeah. The Higgins boats were made of plywood, and then they had a little bit of shielding on the sides, but primarily it was that flop down door that was steel to help prevent bullets from coming in. You know, until they flopped it down when everybody stormed the beaches and everything. But yeah, yeah. The previous generation, they were named the greatest generation for a pretty darn good reason. LZ, yeah, I saw that. Is that's not the BDRXs though? That's not the official stuff. That's the shorter loops. Hey, Moto Turkey, Gary Gardner, staying local. Browns Camp, Ladie, just forest roads up around Hood. Yeah, that's. I need to get up to Ladie. The snow's finally gone. It took the snow forever to get out of there. So I definitely want to get up there. You can get up to High Rock again. You should be able to get up to the Timothy Lake Dam. You can't do it Highway 50 or Highway Road 57 from Ripplebrook because they still have that closed for logging operations. But you should be able to get to it from the Abbott Road area. You just kind of wind your way through some of the spider web of roads that are up there. I've done it before. It's just been a long time. The yeah, dork. The trailer would complicate doing the BDRX in Oregon. But so last I heard the it's not officially released, but the cat is already out of the bag that the BDRX for Oregon is going to be the Steens Mountain Loop, which is also one of the tracks, the GPX tracks that they do for the Giant Loop ride. And last I heard, even on a normal snow year, precipitation year, it still doesn't open until July. So I don't know that we would be able to do it right after the Giant Loop ride. Mike, the Olympic National Forest Loop is another one that I want to do. There's like a BDR-ish route that does that you can find GPX tracks for. That would be fun. Well, dork through there or very close. Well, yeah, if it's an X, it would have to share some of it. I would sort of expect it probably shares the eastern part of the loop. I think we were probably riding on it last year and didn't even realize it. Because if you really think about it, like you said, the Oregon BDR, and this is pure speculation, but the Oregon BDR would about have to go either through or very close to fields, because where else are you going to get fuel down there that far south? Yep. Yeah, okay. So I wonder. No, the Steens Loop wouldn't start and end in fields. I'd have to look at the GPX track. So yeah, it has to be because I don't know of another fuel stop within like 100 miles of fields down there. Not unless they're just having us on and just releasing tidbits of information falsely, so we're all like thinking east and it's actually west. Excuse me, sorry. But yeah, I'm stoked for the Oregon BDR. I've been waiting for that since Washington came out. What, 11 years ago, 12 years ago? So, and Oregon is the OG Oregon routes, which are from the Oregon Off Highway Vehicle Association. Those are the ones that inspired the whole BDR thing to start. So it's cool. We're we're finally getting one. Turns out the Orbiter is I-5. With as many roads that are probably still closed, it wouldn't surprise me. They don't want to open nothing, and now they're talking about like decommissioning and closing more roads in around the Mount Hood area. They can't in the national forest, obviously, but there's stuff that connects to it that they can. I just got that email just the other day. It's pretty depressing. Maybe the route goes through French Glen and the Steens Loop takes off from there. Oh, well, that could be. Dewey. Yeah. Well, so Eric, USWE, um, Harold is in now. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dork, but Harold is still running Giant Loop for at least the next 2 years, right? So, and he's already confirmed. Harold has that the Giant Loop ride is happening next year, and they're extending it by one day. Normally, you sign in and register on Friday. Next year, you're going to sign in and register on Thursday, because most of us were showing up a day early anyway, right? So it is going to happen next year. It very likely will happen in 2024 as well. It'd be great to see USWE continue it after that, but honestly have no idea. If they were smart, they would. Yeah, if you get a chance to go to Giant Loop, it's a fun time. I very much want to go to it next year. I may, depending on what my time off ability looks like, because I got to save my vacation because I am not going to miss doing the Oregon BDR next year when it comes out. So depending on what vacation looks like, I may have to miss Giant Loop next year, which would be a bummer. But yeah, that'd be cool if they expanded the Giant Loop ride, moved it to a different area so it wasn't so dang far south or hot and windy. Free hydration packs next year. Yeah, hydration packs that don't fit larger folk. Usui's good stuff. It just does not fit my frame. Even if I were to lose some of this, it still wouldn't fit my chest size. It's just too tight. I tried one on. Where did I see one? Beaverton Motorcycle. Just a couple days ago, they had one, and it just nope. Nice. Thank you, Dork. We got the insider information right here. Yes, the Giant Loop ride did sell out extremely fast this year, and it was record attendance. There was a lot of people there. Now, having said that, there was like, I think Harold said there was 180 people on the waiting list for cancellations to be able to go this year. And what they've said, now I got this secondhand information, but what was said was they're giving those 180 people that were on the waiting list priority to sign up first for next year. So if that was you, you got a chance. But just remember that the registration goes live at like 8 o'clock on the morning of January 1st. Get your butt on there and get registered. If you're planning on going, get in there and get registered quick, or else you're going to miss out again. Let's see. Couldn't get a PNW Manta Ray. Just bought an MSR 6-liter to complement current Camelback. You couldn't get him. Eric, did you try Motocamp Nerd? Is he out of the Manta Rays again already? I think he has 6 liters now also. Yeah. You know what? Let's do a sticker pack giveaway. And since I can't ever get my bot to work, I don't know why it won't work. We're going to do a sticker pack giveaway. And when I say go, not right now, but when I say go, I want you to type !sock in there, okay? And I'm going to not pay attention to the screen, to the chat, and I will pick the first name that I see that has done so, and you will win a sticker pack that will have various stickers in it, plus my logo stuff as well. And sucks. Sock. Singular, not plural, with an O, not a U. Ready? Set. Now, type in !sock to win a Explore Adventure, I almost said Beards, Bikes, and Camping, an Explore Adventure Moto sticker pack. I'm glad I'm not paying attention to the chat, dork. I am going to scroll back up, though, and see all the nonsense that you typed. Did you guys catch all of the TourTech ride footage? That was a fun event this year. We had some really good riding. That was good. That was way better than last year. Record attendance, lots of people. It was warm, but we had some pretty epic riding. And fun fact, when we were on the Washington BDR on our way back south, we didn't even realize that we had ridden those roads at TourTech until we got to certain intersections. We're like, hey, wait a minute. I know exactly where I'm at. It was weird, weird. Like up around Chumstick specifically. Has everybody entered? Okay, stop, dork. I'm telling you. Slow boat 66. You win an Explore Adventure Moto sticker pack. Let's spell that right. Now, Slowboat, what I need you to do is email me at advcamper457@gmail.com with what you won and your address. If you don't do that, I can't send it to you. Yeah, Slowboat, you win. Oh, it's Slowboat 86. Maybe I should change. Maybe I should clean my glasses. Dewey, yeah. If Pacific Northwest Adventures. Tyee, yeah. Tyee is fun. It's just that last mile, 2 miles. That's it's interesting. It's pretty on a smaller dual sport. It'd be super easy, really fun. It's still fun on a large bike, but it's a heck of a lot more work. Very rocky. Oh boy. So if you have a YouTube channel and you're thinking about doing live streams, you will need moderators just to help you keep the nonsense comments and bots out and things like that. Don't ask Dork because he will troll you. Oh man. Here, I'll type it in. Make sure I did that right. Yeah. Boom. Okay, there's the email. Slowboat. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, look at the one that I put in there, not the one that Dork put in there. Thank you, Critter. I will not ship the sock to you now. Yeah, Swabby. He's good at trolling. It's fun though. The So what do you guys think of the event coverage? There's been a lot of that going on just because there's a lot of events that all happened within June. Is that too much? Do you guys want to see more? You guys want to see that spread out a little bit with other content like moto camping, or in my case I do the Throwback Thursday videos, also old content, but do you guys want to see something mixed in and kind of spread out the event coverage, or are you guys good with a lot of the event coverage ending up like right next to each other? Battles to the death. Wow. Andro, thanks for joining. English, yeah. Travis guy, you actually did it right because you did capitalize it, so it's all right. BA, the stickers Crystal got the color wrong on. No, I actually don't have any more of. I might have a couple more. Those Crystal didn't get the color wrong on those. That is the special edition logo stickers. More hot cheese to the face. Tim Dyke, hot cheese to the face. Are you talking about the hot dog exploding during the Detroit Lake trip? That was pretty funny, but I don't think anybody actually caught that on camera. That was hilarious. That thing sprayed for like 15 feet. Time for a silver bullet. There you go. Collaboration reviews are better. Moto Turkey, yeah. I can only create so many demo ride test videos before I fall asleep. Exploding food. God, that was still to this day. That's one of the funniest damn things I have ever seen happen in camp. It's just you can't script something like that. The exploding food. God, it's the funniest damn thing ever. God. Oh man. Ride Camp Cook Cat Challenge. I'll ask this question: how many in here? And just type the word me. How many in here have ever done a? Hey, Tiffany, what's going on? How many in here have ever done a backcountry discovery route? Any of them? Or at least a week long multi-day trip where you're picking a campsite every single night. Meat Explosion Dork. Why is that not a T-shirt? It could double as, you could have the little pot there and have food just going. Now here's my follow-up question to that. Doing a multi-day trip where you have to pick a different campsite every single night brings its own challenges. Do you map that out on Gaia or a paper map, which you should take with you because electronics fail? Do you map those out in advance, or do you just wait and kind of figure it out as you go? Myself, when we were on the Washington BDR, I wasn't too concerned about it because if you look where it goes, there's BLM and National Forest land everywhere along the route. You can pull off over behind a tree and camp anywhere if you want. So I wasn't too concerned with pre-planning out campsites, and I think for at least my part, we did pretty darn well with campgrounds. We had that one dispersed campground at Leader Lake. Dork and Tim got an awesome looking campground. Was that? Yeah, Tim is very good at finding camp spots. Where was that one that you and Tim found up on that? Was that Bethel Ridge? Or was that like Lion Rock or something like that? Yes, everyone should take a Tim when they go camping. That dude knows what's up. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, Critter, I don't do a lot of pre-planning. I mean, like with the Washington BDR, I plan out, kind of what average speed you have to do to be able to finish it in so many days type of thing, just because you have to allot so many days to do it. And kind of plan out, how many miles a day you want to ride or what section you want to get completed. Other than that, I'm not a pre-planner, So Bethel Ridge, nice. That was a beautiful camp. That was I think the views there were way better than the spot that's up by the Alpine Lakes on Route 6. But yeah, I just like to go. I'm just not a pre-planner. We are spoiled for choice in the Pacific Northwest, fortunately, for being able to wild camp, boondock, dispersed camp, whatever you want to call it. We're spoiled for choice here. So we are very fortunate and very lucky. It's not like that all over the United States. So if I were to ever do a multi-state trip east, I definitely would plan it out a little bit more like Amanda does as the Magpie flies, because there's areas where you can't disperse camp and you have to reserve your campsites and things like that. Otherwise, you end up getting stuck in hotels, and that's not a bad thing. If you're in a hotel like 1 or 2 nights or whatever, that gives you opportunity to take a shower, charge it. In the case of a YouTube creator, charge up batteries, get things clean, have a really good night's rest. But that gets expensive. Magpie's camping plans often, I wouldn't say rarely work. She does do a lot of moto camping. It's just when she's on her cross country trips, she kind of has to roll with the punches and do what she has to do to be able to sleep someplace. Because it can be a challenge finding stuff. One part we rode that we didn't know about beforehand took 5.5 hours to cover 20 kilometers, all big bikes. Wow, where was that? Soils east of the Mississippi River. Just plan on hotels for every night. Yeah, no, thank you. My I need to camp for one, and for two, my pocketbook and my tax bracket wouldn't be able to support that. Hotels every night? Nope. That's not the way that I like to travel on a motorcycle. If anything, if I got shut out from a campground or being able to find anything dispersed, I would very likely try and stealth camp someplace before I picked a hotel. What's everybody drinking tonight? It is warm in here. I've got my garage door propped open a little bit, so. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to talk about. What do you guys think of the lighting this time around? Because in my last bunch of live streams, I've always noticed that I'm really blown out. Like really, I've been really monkeying with the lighting in my garage for a long time, and this time instead of messing with the lighting in the garage, I got into the advanced settings of the camera and turned the brightness down. It seems like the color is much better on the screen. What do you guys think? Is this a keeper, or do I need to do something different? My my ever increasing forehead year after year isn't shining so brightly this time. Looks like to me anyway. Dork, fun fact, in past live streams, I actually have turned off every single light in the garage and I just have that ring light shining on me. That's what the lighting has been for the other live streams. So aside from sitting here at my table in front of the bike, I can't see squat out here. Thank you, Eric. So I will keep the settings on this. The Willamette tan. Yeah, man, my Willamette trucker tan. Yep. Short sleeves, for sure. Yeah, Scott, the hair is retreating like the British. Sure is. Forehead gets a little bit bigger every single year. And, and this thing back here, I'm working on my fleshy yarmulke as well. So as this one's going back, this one's coming forward. So eventually, my haircuts are gonna just be with just hair down here. Maybe I'll do the old Danny DeVito, and I'll just grow this out super long. This will be bald, and I'll grow this out super long. And it'll be like a ponytail or something. Grow a skullet. Yeah, the Danny DeVito. Yeah, when from the movie Twins, I'm pretty sure he had that in the movie Twins. Thank you. Yeah, I just saw the email pop up. Eric, when I get all fancy, you can put a light behind you up high that creates thin highlight on head and shoulders to break you out from the background. Yeah, that's pretty fancy though. I mean, that's The I'm not a fancy guy, so just keep it simple. Messy ass garage. It's a lot less messy than it usually is. So I might. I don't know. I did the last live stream I did. I actually did have an accent light down low, shining upwards in a different color to kind of reflect off of the fairing a little bit. And I watched it back. It looked all right. It wasn't super noticeable, but it was there. Have a good night, Moto Turkey. Cheers, man. So for the Pacific Northwest folks, who is excited for the Oregon BDR route? Yeah, Mob City, you like the newest sticker that I put there? An actual Band-Aid. It's I figured it was fitting. There is an actual owie in the plastic there, and I didn't really want to buff it out, and I damn sure I'm not going to replace the plastic just for that because those skins are expensive. So Band-Aid it was. Eric Sweet, what are you to next? What what do you mean? What ride am I going to do next? Aside from trying to finish the WABDR this year? Yeah, Dewey. I'm very interested to see what the route actually is. From information that I've gleaned, it doesn't follow the UVA route at all. Tom, thank you. I try. There are there are weeks that it can be pretty frustrating to where I don't even want to sit down and edit. I was when I had to leave the Washington BDR trip early. I was very frustrated. Didn't and I'll be completely honest. I didn't even want to put together a Washington BDR video because it's not an end-to-end trip and all blah blah blah. Whatever. I am gonna put together a series, and I am going to finish throughout this year. It's just going to take me longer, and it won't be end to end. But Soilsman, um, I can't answer that. There you go. There's your answer. One of the things that I do know for sure is Travis Guy, the Oregon will not connect directly with the Wobbler. I'm sure they're like they did for Washington and Idaho. I'm sure they'll probably will be a connector route. ADV Oregon, no, I have not been on the 450 lately. If my tires for Lana don't get here in time, I will be on the 450 this weekend. Actually, yeah, Mob City. The Wobder is tough to do end to end just because you have to set aside a block of time to do it. That's why I had set aside 7 days to do it, and I had the time to do it. It's just life intervened, and that happens sometimes. Frustrating, but you got to roll with the punches and do what you got to do. ADV Oregon, Nestucca was where you guys were at. I saw the pictures of that. That looked cool. I've camped Nestucca off the lower Nestucca. I've yet to ride any of the trails up there. I'm not familiar with them. From what I understand, they're not really readily mapped, so you got to kind of go with somebody that knows them. So I've not ever ridden them, but they look fun. What Eric Sweet Walker? No, WABDR. WABDR. The Washington BDR. Yeah, those trails up there, ADV Oregon. Those trails look fun. Do they connect with any other trail systems, or is it just their own thing? Oh yeah, only 28 likes. Jeez, guys, give this thing a thumbs up, yo. What do you guys think about me doing? I am going to get back to doing a live stream per month, third Friday of the month, unless I'm going to be out doing something. What do you guys think of the 6 p.m. instead of 7? Is Gotcha. So ADV. So the trails, you can connect with the Trask. You're just connecting with like NF roads. Then is what you're getting at. See, back in the day when I was growing up riding in the Trask and the Tillamook and stuff like that, we were never concerned with plates writing on the roads. You just did it. It wasn't a big deal back then. So you got to really pay attention to that type of thing now. It's either that or get really good with the throttle hand and zip if you see something or somebody that might take issue with not having a plate on the bike. Slowboat 86, set up your Patreon. I haven't done that yet. That's to it's more to set up a Patreon. Yes, I could start getting some sort of income, but that's not really why I do this. Yes, that would be nice to have to help pay for the hobby, right? But to make a Patreon worth it, I got to get much better at scheduling out videos so you guys could see like pre-releases, or I could do like director's cuts for a lot of the stupid stuff that never makes it in the videos, because a lot of the stupid stuff that doesn't make it in the videos, YouTube would not like at all. So that's the type of thing I would put on Patreon. But I need to amass some type of a library to put a lot of that on all at once so you guys have stuff to watch. Just starting a Patreon isn't really a thing that I can do yet. Maybe at some point in the future. I don't know. Yeah, ADV Oregon. No one does go there. It's not a very well known area, which is not a bad thing. It's kind of a locals area. Have a good night, Eric. Yeah, Soils. Henry is pretty good at the stupid stuff. He's really good at causing shenanigans and malarkey. Have a good night, Travis. Sounds weird for me to say. So yeah, putting Motaz tires on the twin, so I get to experience actual traction. So that'll be fun. I am assuming it's going to be mighty fun to tire spoon those things on too, because they have very stiff sidewalls. However, two reasons why I am doing it and not taking it in someplace. I am assuming that with them scheduled to be here tomorrow, if they actually do arrive when they say they're going to arrive, it's not going to be the morning. It'll be in the afternoon, which is too late to take them to a tire shop. One. Two, I want to spoon them on. That way, if I get a pinch flat in the tube or whatever, because I run tubes, I want to be able to fix it on the trail. If I have somebody put it on and then I later have issues being able to break the bead on the thing on the trail, what's the point of having that tire, you know? You got to be able to fix it when it goes bad. I do love to spoon. I even have a shirt that references that. Out of the events that you saw in various videos, what events would you be interested in going to next year? Did soil, seriously? Like your phone is listening to you or something? I talked about tires and Soil's email blew up about tires for his beta. Swabby. He has been the owner of that sock as well. That's a community sock. It's been making the rounds. I actually should have had the sock out here so I could show you guys. I don't have it though. Yeah, if this might shock some of you based on some of my past statements, but if I had to only go to one event next year, and that is possible, I would probably go to the Tour Tech ride. Uh, I would give that one priority over all the other ones. It's just I like high desert riding is fun. Um, I enjoy being able to ride in trees and woods more. Yeah, the EO7s are good tires. What I know, right? Dork? Yeah. I do love GL. I very much love GL. But it may come down to me having to make the choice of one event next year. So it probably would be Tour Tech, I think. LZ, you might be surprised. I am usually not necessarily an antisocial person. I just don't hang out with a lot of people. I keep my circle of friends pretty close. Um, and I have a fantastic time at any of the events that I've been to. You meet a lot of great people. My circle of friends has grown since I've gone to those events. Uh, my only difference is, as I was growing up, we used to go to a lot of races and events like that. So I have like a nostalgic history built into my brain to automatically like those things, right? But man, just try going. That's all I could say is just try one out and see what you think. They are so fun. We didn't make Tour Tech look awesome. Tour Tech just is awesome. It is it's a good time. ADV people are good people. Dual sport people are good people. Yeah, free beer. Yeah, they yeah you don't really get the free beer or the free food or anything at Tour Tech. Tour Tech is about half the price of the Giant Loop ride. Um, one of my deciding factors, aside from just liking the greenery and riding the forests and things like that at Tour Tech versus Giant Loop, is the cost. It's like half of the cost, and then the heat, man. Giant Loop gets really hot. Don't get me wrong; it is still extremely fun. If you want to go to it, or if you've even considered going to it, please go. Please go. It is so fun. This year, though, the one of the other reasons why I would consider not going is because so many people ended up on that waiting list last year. If I have the ability to not go to allow somebody else to go that wants to go, I would do that because I've been twice now, 2 years in a row. So I would do that. Oh, they're doing a multi-day Moppin' Madness next year, ADV, Oregon. Yeah, VB40, they know how to put it together for that fire circle. They, yep, those guys know what's up at the events. You just reminded me, Slowboat. Let's do another giveaway. Same as last time. Starting right now, you're going to type !sock. And I'm going to pick the first one in the chat that I see. Slowboat, you're not it. So don't enter again. !sock. SOCK, singular, not plural. God. Has anybody seen McLovin Moto recently? Does that dude even still ride motorcycles? What's he doing these days? Is he in here? I am going to figuratively close entries in 1 minute. Stopwatch has started. You have 55 seconds to enter if you would like to enter. One of the other things I was going to talk about tonight is what, when you're out on a ride, multi-day, day trip, whatever, what's aside from like the normal like deer and stuff and birds or a really angry quail that will chase a motorcycle, what kind of wildlife have you seen while you're out in the woods? Finally saw a bear for the couple of them for the first time and captured it on film. All right, stopping entries. Here we go. I am going to scroll up and we're going to not highlight everything. I'm going to pick somebody who gets it. LZ. LZ, are you still in here? LZ is the winner of the sticker pack. Please email me at email address with who you are, that you want a sticker pack, and send me your address so I can send it to you. If you do not do that, I can't send you anything. Oh, dork, you screwed up the phone number. You had one job. It's 8675309. Man. There it is. Deer, beavers, and moose. Beavers, really? Dork saw skunk last year when we were riding Route 6. Bear, let's see. I haven't seen a beaver while I haven't seen the animal named a beaver while riding. Um, let's see. Elk, the bear, a cougar while I was riding mountain bikes, actually. Oh, Eric, I didn't know he still had any of those. That's funny. I think I still have a few of those kicking around. Yeah, those are collectors. No. No, Dork, I did not. A cat. Yeah, I guess I haven't seen a cat either while I've been out in the woods. Nope. Coyote. Saw the owl at the round barn last year. He was hanging out. Sergeant Ranger Man, I think he's referring to a seat. Oh, okay. Dork, I'll send you more if you want some. Cattle, yeah. We had encounters with cattle during the BDR a couple times. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my seat concept seat kit to get here. That's what I'm putting on the Africa Twin. I am I am affiliated with them now. If you are in the market for a seat, go to Seat Concepts and at checkout put in the code EAM10 for 10% off your order. And maybe you'll get it before I do. Maybe you'll get your seat before I get mine. Yeah. ADV Oregon, I would as well. That's 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 why I was gonna, even not getting into the affiliate thing, which I kind of fell into, sort of. Um, Even not having done that, I still would have gone a seat concept seat. Those guys know what's up. Handmade in Idaho, also in the USA. Dork is absolutely right. We do not get commission on that stuff from those guys. We just want you guys to save money. Tiffany, trader for what? Yeah, Critter, the Critter 20. That's not for seat concepts though. Really? Dork says there is a rumor that they may bump the Giant Loop subscriber code up to 20% temporarily. Um, as you all know, I am not sponsored by or affiliated directly with Giant Loop. I just use their stuff because I believe in it, and it is tough as nails. And you're gonna buy it once, and you're gonna use it forever. So I believe in them. If you are not subscribed to the Giant Loop channel on YouTube, go subscribe to the Giant Loop channel on YouTube. They put out very good informational videos on just what they're all about, what their luggage is about, how to fit it to various bikes and things like that. You may even see a familiar face on that channel. LZ, yeah, my tank bag, my Diablo is a vintage logoed giant loop bag. I would like to upgrade it to the newer version, but I simply don't need to. It still works like the day I bought it. I love it. Yeah, giant loop, man. Good stuff. I have no want nor inkling to look anywhere else for my luggage needs. The very first piece of luggage I put on the bike was the Diablo tank bag, so it's been on there for a couple of years now. And then my first set of pannier bags from them was the Mototrek bags. Those have now moved on to Wes, so he's using them, and they still work great. The same ones that Critter uses. And now I'm using the Round the Worlds, and I love them. Plus, I also have a Rogue roll-up duffel that I use for my clothes, and apparently a random sock. I had the what do you call those? The pannier pockets. They're the ones that go on the tank that attach to the tank bag. I never used them. I used them a couple times, and they just ended up kind of getting in my way, and I could never decide what was going to go in them. And if you're not going to use a bag, there's no point in having it on the bike just to say you have it on the bike, right? So those went on to somebody else that is going to try and make use of them. Too much beard? You gonna? Does that mean that the dork in the road is going to shave his beard for his upcoming vacation? Or are you going to just let it grow out so it no longer matters? You are buying a forest, by the way, so you need to get super like scraggly. You need to look like Grizzly Adams. Hulk stash. Speaking of mustaches, we did have. So if you follow us on Instagram, you will know this anyway, and it won't be a spoiler. But one of our group had a pretty serious accident on our trip. One of the EMS guys that was up there had the most epic mustache. Dork even commented on it. This guy, he looked like he needed to be in the movie Super Troopers. That and his mustache was on point. That's all I can say. I don't think any of us caught that part on video. But here's a question for you: if you're on multi-day trips, even if you're on a day trip, but if you're going to be out in the woods, do you carry and are you trained in first aid, and do you have a kit with you on the bike? Yes, Dork, you did. I heard that. You were talking to his mustache. He's probably like, "Hey, my eyes are up here, buddy." Yeah. If you don't, even if it's for a day trip, if you don't carry a first aid kit, and if you are not trained on how to use the items that are in that first aid kit, please carry a kit for one, and please take a class or two, not just the basic first aid. That will not cover the stuff for being out in the wild. There are specific classes, first aid classes for wildland. They're a little bit more expensive, but they are absolutely worth it. Please do that. You never know when those skills or a kit will come in handy. Literally, you never know. We were very fortunate to have had the person that was injured is literally the toughest badass I think I've ever met. You come, I was the second, well, the third one up on it after it happened, and I get all parked and I come up to him. I said, "So what happened?" Literally, deadpan, straight faced. His leg's broken in two places, right? It's still inside his boot, so he left his boot on and everything. He just looks up and he goes, Legs broke. I'm not exaggerating. That is exactly how he said it. And he goes, yeah, it's a little sore. I feel it crunching around a little bit. Yeah, that he, to say the least, he stayed calm. Legs broke. Yeah, that's that's got to be a shirt. Yeah, like two places in his lower leg, and they were spiral fractures too. He needed a full length pin, screws, everything. I mean, if you're gonna do a thing, you may as well do it right, and he damn sure did it right. FTRADV, he actually was not in shock at all. He is just that way. Yes, EMS gave him some painkillers when they got there, but that's just how he is all the time. He handled it very well. Yeah. If you don't follow me on Instagram or follow Dork on Instagram, first of all, what are you doing with your life? Second of all, get on Instagram. Um, get get into the pictures because that's those pictures have been posted. It's the before and after, the before X-ray, and then the after it was fixed X-ray. It was impressive. He did it right. Mob City Moto, I'm not doing much with my life. Live streams, motorcycle riding, working once in a while, apparently. Taking care of my wife. That's how we do. Yeah, Rangerman. Yeah, that's one of the things you'll learn in a first aid class as well. If you haven't had more advanced training than just first aid, I have over the years from various different jobs that I've done in the past. Um, but that's one of the things with first aid is figuring out if the person is in shock. That's one of the very first things that you need to do because shock can really screw a person up. Mob City Moto, what? Why are you not following us on Instagram? Oh my gosh. Dork on the Road, Explore Adventure Moto, Critter Moto, ADV Oregon is on Instagram. Who else is on Instagram in here? Go ahead and put up your Instagram tags in the chat right now if you're on Instagram. Everybody go follow these people. Yeah, I know you were kidding because I know you follow me. But yeah, shock is a very big deal. So that is one of the very first things you need to assess during your triage if you come across somebody that is injured. Shock is pretty serious. Yeah, soilsman. So we had to deal with both. We had to assess for shock and heat because where he crashed was about 40 feet away from the shade. He was in full sun, right in the road. Tim and Danny and a couple of people put together a makeshift tarp. Some crazy reason he carries a parasol with him, so he's sitting there on the ground with a little tiny umbrella just to keep the direct sun off. It was still hot, but at least he wasn't in direct sun anymore. So the whole shock thing and creating shade for him was literally the first two things that happened. And then we considered doing a Sam splint because he carries one of those. And where the break was at, it was actually until EMS got there, it was more prudent to leave his boot on. We could have done more damage were we to take his boot off because none of us had medical scissors, which they ended up cutting his boot off. It was a Forma ADV boot, so moment of silence for a very nice motorcycle boot that got cut to pieces. Anyway, um, but yeah, that was first thing we did was make sure he wasn't in shock and make sure he had shade. Because we had to wait 25 minutes from the time they called to the time they got there. Very fast response. Fortunately, we were only about a mile away from the pavement. Um, but they got there very quickly. And then they worked on him for a little bit while we were there just to get his boot off and get him up into their little side by side, which was more of a a golf cart that was built to crawl. It was a crazy looking thing, so they could get him down. But Scott, no, we did not. That's a bad thing. Don't do that, especially not in the sun. Please don't give an injured person whiskey. Don't do that. Yeah, we were having the we were having the emergency whiskey to stay calm. That's yeah. Well, yeah, I guess maybe we did. Because once they all got down, his bike was still there. So two of the other group had to ride their bikes down and then bring one bike back up, two up, so one of them could ride his bike down. It was Husky 701. So we were up there for a couple hours. For total time, we were up there for probably a couple hours just hanging out, finding shade, eating, snacking, talking, whatever. Yeah, it was really great response time. Chelan EMS, props to them and huge shout out to them. Those guys took care of business and they took care of business quickly. So I definitely commend them for sure. Soils, yes, that's actually exactly where he ended up was Wenatchee. He went to Chelan first and then he was transferred to Wenatchee, and that's where they did the surgery. Yes, there was not a lick of damage to the 701, I don't think at all. He did a he did a very good job of allowing himself to get hurt instead of the bike. And it wasn't just like a random, just like a not paying attention wreck or anything. It's a it was a seriously eroded drainage rut that had eroded out. It was nasty, like those ones that do this right down the center of the road. Well, then this one also started snaking off towards the edge of the road, and it just caught his wheel and spun the bike around. His leg was still underneath the bike, and snap, snap. Post traumatic stress drinking. Yeah, no, he's dork. You're absolutely right. There's since since the posts of other people like on Facebook or Instagram, other people are coming out of the woodwork and saying, "Hey, my buddy got hurt in that exact same rut like a week ago," or "Yeah, we got hung up in that just like a couple days ago." Well, freaking say something and give somebody else the heads up. Don't keep this information to yourself. You can always contact ridebdr.com and give them a heads up and information so other people aren't coming around that corner blind, because it was coming down the hill, it was right around the corner. Yeah, and not only got hurt, but it was a trip ending injury for several people. And until it happened to our guy, we hadn't heard anything about it. If you see something, say something. Blech. But if you know about an issue that could potentially hurt somebody, I mean, everybody's a grown up, right? You're out in the woods, you're having fun, people are going to get hurt. But something like this, if you see something like that, say something about it so the information can get out. Get onto the WABDR group on Facebook or something and give people a heads up. Don't keep that to yourself. Dork, I didn't put it in the WABDR group, but I did send it to Ride BDR. But you're absolutely right. We should put it in the Facebook group because I think people will see it there before they see it on the Washington Facebook page, or the WABDR on the Ride BDR website. Yes, let Nathan deal with that. Nathan, the most excellent route manager for the BDR. That dude is a badass. LZ, yeah, ADV rider. Yep, that's a good one to put it on as well. Yeah, good call, Dork. We totally didn't do that either. Here I am poo-pooing other people that don't do it, and we didn't do it either. Except I did actually send it to Ride BDR, but at the info email, and I did get a response back, so I know they got it. I just haven't looked and seen if they put it on the update page for that route. So, what's going on, Raptor Pack? Oh, Tiffany, she says he broke up with us to date cars. You're referring to McLovin. Yes, I think that you are. He is dating vehicles that have 2 more wheels than I am comfortable with. Well, Soilsman, he's not in charge of the Oregon BDR, but he was one of the main scouts for it. So we will have, when we see it, and it's awesome, because I know it will be awesome, because Nathan isn't going to put anything together that isn't awesome. We will have him to thank directly. Yeah, Raptor Pack, I definitely agree. Very much looking forward to doing the Oregon BDR next year. I will finish that route end to end next year in one trip. That's one that, yeah, I will do that for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of giving McLovin shit a little bit because he's doing the car thing, but he's got the new job, which he works crazy days and crazy hours and everything too. So I get it. Plus he's got the fam, so he's taking care of the family. He's probably still at work right now. It's 7:30 and he's still at work. Raptor Pack, you're experienced now, aren't you? You're out there on the KLR killing it. Okay. It is 7:30. We're going to do one more giveaway and get ready to wrap this thing up. So, since my bot is not working, right now, type in !suck. And I will randomly pick the first one that I see when I look back at the chat in, let's say, 5 minutes. Started my timer. See? Oh, here. Let me show the camera instead of the computer. I'm not a smart man. So for anybody that showed up a little bit later, currently this Sunday's video is going to be the Ducati Multistrada demo. The following Sunday will be the Desert Sled, the Ducati Scrambler. The Sunday after that will be the Tiger 1200 Rally Pro. And then after that, you are going to start seeing the Washington BDR content. So that's what we've got coming up. Today, did you guys see the video that I released today? It was from Giant Loop last year. Giant Loop Ride 10. The Tiger 900 demo video from last year came out Monday. It was extra video week. Next Thursday, for the Throwback Thursday content, I am re-releasing my a moto camping trip I did with Wes and his brother Marshall out to Wamak, out by Rock Creek Reservoir. So, and that one I'm releasing like a teaser trailer for it first, and then the actual video will be the following Thursday. So that's the way I originally did it on the other channel. So I'm just doing it that way again here. Have a good night, Slow Boat. You got 3 minutes left to enter if you would like to enter. This is for an Explore Adventure Moto sticker pack. Raptor Pack, thank you. I appreciate that. I really wasn't sure if that was gonna be a thing that I should do or if I should just grow the channel completely from scratch. I still have all of the old videos, and I'm re-editing them a little bit, putting them on to put them on this channel. I just didn't. I'm doing that just so I have more content for people that are 100% new to see where the journey that where I came from, you know, and the journey that I've made over these last couple of years, doing this on YouTube anyway. I've been riding bikes ever since '83, so but the whole moto camping thing is fairly new to me as far as, you know, motorcycles go. And man, I have to be honest, putting up some of those old videos is pretty cringy for me because the older stuff is I never liked them to begin with. When I got about a year in on the BB&C channel, a creator always looks back at some of his first videos and it's like, "Ee, you didn't know what you were doing. That's horrible." Well, I get to relive all of that again now that I'm going back, and that's why I'm doing a little bit of re-edits, doing some different cuts, shortening them. I'm taking multi-episode series and putting them all together, just because now I have a much better understanding of how a story should flow, and how to keep interest and things like that. So I hope that that is coming across the way that I'm intending it to. I know some of you really like the older stuff, or are enjoying them because I see it. I see you guys watching it. If it's something that you don't want me to keep doing, then please tell me and I'll stop. I do still have a bunch of videos to bring over. Got 4 rows of single barrel and some fresh barbecue chicken coming off the grill shortly. If you want to run over for dinner and a drink. Swabby, dang, man. Dork, no, man, you're not getting worse. You're always making progress. You're killing it. You're about to hit 52K, I think, too. That's pretty awesome. Okay, 5 minutes. That's the end of the entries. Let's see who wins this. Who wins? Gary Gardner, you are the winner of an Explore Adventure Moto sticker pack. You are going to email me at this email address. Oops, that's not how you spell that. Boom. Email me at that email address, pretty please, with who you are, what you won, and your address, and I will send you an Explore Adventure Moto sticker pack. Yeah, LZ's got it right, Dork. You can't peek now. You do have a forest to pay for. The Forest of Endork. ADV Oregon, yeah, Critter's doing some good stuff up there too. I love watching Critter's videos, and I'm not saying this just because he's in here. I love watching his videos and seeing all that area that he's exploring. It's just awesome stuff. It looks so similar to a lot of the places around here, just more, I don't know, primordial or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It makes me want, the way he does his videos, it makes me want to go explore there, which is, is a good thing to have in your videos, a good way to do your videos. I definitely need to make plans to get up there. I wanted to do it next year. Yeah, Critter, less touched. Yes, I would agree with that. I wanted to get up there next year. It doesn't look like that's probably going to happen, unfortunately, just with time constraints, time off of work constraints. So, but eventually I will get up there. I've been to Canada before, just never on a bike. Soils, I agree. I agree with that. Well, I'm going to retract that. I don't necessarily agree with that. Ours are managed. They're just our forests are managed differently than the way Canada manages theirs. Every area has different managed styles, right? So, but yeah, some of the stuff on the island, you think an island, you think of Vancouver Island, right? BC and all that stuff. That just you hear the word Vancouver and you think, okay, city, and then you see some of his videos. It's like, whoa, all of that stuff exists within the same island. That's nuts. It's crazy. Crittermoto says, any and all, come on up. I'd love to host any one of you. All at the same time? Dork, absolutely true. Yep. Because we could, Critter, we could all show up at the same time. Do you want us all there at the same time? Or like one at a time? Is that why you said any one of you? All right, you heard it there. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Critter just said he wants to have everybody up there. So if you've got a passport, start making plans. He's gonna put you up at the Critter compound and show you around. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, we got to do a caravan to the island. That'd be cool. Like a Washington BDR caravan. Just get a bunch of us all at once. The dust cloud would probably never dissipate. Could you imagine that? Particularly going up to Chumstick. That road down from Chumstick is freshly graded for logging operations. So if you've ridden it recently, even super recently, like at the Tour Tech, it's freshly graded. So the silt, whoo, that silt is deep right now. There's no more ruts because you can't see them, which is a bad thing. But man, the silt crazy is worse than sand right now. Wheel grabber silt. So, but yeah, we could totally do a caravan up the Washington BDR to go up and visit Critter, even though we would be far east of where we probably should be to get there quickly. But it's whatever. It's whatevs. I am going to, I think, yep, I've got everybody written down on a list so I know who is supposed to email me. And I do remember everybody sending me a message saying that they did email me. Yeah, they probably will. Dork, they probably will gravel it soon. It'll be another Babyhead Hill, probably, because they're going to put that. It won't be 3/4 minus. It's going to be that big rock gravel, just super nuts. But I'm going to go ahead and bring this live stream to a close. Thank you all very much for attending. I appreciate it, especially being on a different day than normal and a different hour than normal. I appreciate each and every one of you very much. If you are not following any one of us, Dork, ADV Oregon, Critter, myself, I think Soils is even on Instagram. FTR ADV is on Instagram. Dewey, Raptor Pack. A lot of these people are on Instagram. Go follow them on Instagram. Do that. And don't forget to give this one a thumbs up before you leave or just after, whatever. I thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. I will see you next month, third Friday of the month, and we'll do it at 6 p.m. on the Friday of the month. And then look forward for some of my videos. New content coming out on Sundays, Throwback Thursday, older content. Aside from that, all I got to say is stay hairy.